Hi everyone, welcome to Elemental Flows. My name is Christina and I'll be your instructor today. Today we'll get started lying down on our mats in a Shavasana. So take a few moments just to get comfortable on your mat. And we'll start the practice with one deep cleansing breath together. So on an inhale, breathe in through the nose. Let the air fill up your entire body. And exhale, release out through the mouth. Let's do one more. Inhale, breathe everything in. And exhale, release. Now take the hands overhead and we'll just give ourselves a nice stretch here. And release. Now extend your arms out to the sides and we'll bend the knees into the air so they're on a 90-degree angle and tip the knees over so that you gently place them on the left side of the mat. You could turn the head to the right if it feels comfortable for you for a neck stretch. Bring the knees back up to center and we'll repeat on the other side. So this time taking the knees over to the right side. You can place a block underneath the knees too if it feels comfortable for you. Let's turn our heads to the left. Take the knees back up to the center. And now let's drop the feet onto the mat. Our arms come by the side. Move the feet so they're shoulder width apart. And on an inhale, press into the hands and feet as you lift the hips into the sky. Exhale, gently release the hips back down to the mat. From here, take the knees into the chest and let's give ourselves a hug. So tuck the chin into the chest, wrap the arms around the shins. And let's start doing some rocks back and forth on the mat, trying to build momentum each time so that we can come up to a seated position on our mat. From here, let's do some neck rolls. So going forward, just doing some semicircles to the left and then to the right, following your own pace. The next time your head is on the left side, hold it there, and we'll take the left hand on top of the head to gently apply a bit of additional pressure for a deeper neck stretch. And let's release that left hand to the ground. Now we take the right arm out to the side and then do a side bend to the left side. So the left forearm comes to the floor. And we're reaching out through those right fingertips. Now let's drop that right hand just past your left thigh so that it comes down to the ground on the left side. And then we'll take the left hand back behind us to come into a twist. Now release the twist and we'll repeat that on the other side. So this time, let's tilt our head over to the right shoulder and we can apply additional pressure with the right hand. From here, drop that right hand down to the mat. We take the left arm out to the side and then bring it over to the right. Now drop that left hand down on the right side and bring your right hand back so that we're twisting on the right. And release. From here, let's interlace the fingers behind us and press the hands down towards the mat as we open up the chest and tilt the chin towards the sky. And exhale, release. Now we take those arms in front of us and pretend as though you're holding a big ball out in front of you. So you round the spine, tuck the chin into the chest. Now let's walk those hands forward so that our forearms come onto the mat. And let's round the spine here just to release the lower back a little bit more. And now come on up. We'll go into a tabletop pose, so roll over your knees so that you come into a position where your hips are over your knees and your shoulders are over your wrists. And we'll do some rounds of cat and cow here. So on an inhale, we arch the spine as we open the chest up to the sky, tilt the chin up. And exhale, we round the spine, tuck the chin into the chest. Let's do another round. On an inhale, arching the spine, lifting up. And exhale, we round. And one more time, inhale. And exhale. Now let's invite some additional movement into our bodies here by doing some circles with our torso. So start by going clockwise, just going around for a few rounds. And then when you're ready, you can do the other direction and go counterclockwise. And when you're finished with those, we'll meet back in a neutral position. Now from here, let's tuck the toes underneath us and we'll press into the toes and hands to lift our knees off the mat about an inch or so. And we just hold here, engaging the core, and gently lower the knees back down to the mat. Now let's bring our right foot towards the back of the mat and lift the foot so that it's about parallel to the floor. Engage the core here before you lift the left hand out in front of you. And on an exhale, we bend the elbow and knee into the chest here. And on an inhale, we extend back out, elongating through our bodies, and then release. Drop that knee and hand onto the floor. Let's repeat on the other side. So this time the left leg goes back and lifts into the sky. Keep that back foot flexed. Engage the core before we lift the right hand up into the sky. On an exhale, we bend the knee and elbow into the chest. Inhale, release back out to look for length one more time. And then we drop everything down to the mat. From here, let's push the hips back and go into a child's pose. This could be a wide-legged child's pose if you prefer, or you could have the knees together. And when you're ready, come on up. Let's tuck the toes and push back now into our first downward facing dog. Since it's the first one of the practice, feel free to add additional movements into it so that you can just stretch out the body a little bit more. You could wiggle the hips, shake the head a little bit, pedal the feet. And on an inhale, we'll roll ourselves forward into a plank pose. Hold it there before bending the knees and pushing ourselves back down into a downward facing dog. We'll do that a couple more times. So roll forward into plank, then bend and push back into downward facing dog. Let's go one more time. Roll forward and push back. Now hold it here. And let's lift that right leg into the sky now. Lift it as high as you can. The toe is pointed. And now bend that right knee to open up the hip a little bit more. Now bring that foot back into the sky as you straighten the right leg. And on an exhale, bring that right knee into the chest. Hold it there for a moment before placing the foot down on the mat. We lift up into our high lunge. Make sure that the knee is over the ankle of the right foot. And we're still keeping our back leg engaged here. On an exhale, we bring our hands to the mat, bring that right foot back to meet the left. Let's lower down through Chaturanga, slide the chest forward and up. You could do upward facing dog or cobra. Push back into a downward facing dog. Let's repeat on the left now. Find your stability first. And when you're ready, let's lift that left leg into the sky. Again, toes are pointed. And now bend that left knee to help open up the hip. Straighten that left leg once more. And exhale, bring that right or left knee into the chest. Hold it there for a moment before placing the foot down in between the hands. Find your grounding first before lifting up into a high lunge, holding here. Keep the core engaged. The shoulders are away from the ears. And bring the hands back down to the mat. Now bring the left foot back to go back into a plank. Let's go through a chaturanga to upward facing dog or cobra, and then press back. This time we go back into a child's pose. Again, you could do a closed-legged or wide-legged version. And let's just take another breath here together on an inhale, breathing everything in through the nose. And exhale, release everything out. That's all for our practice today. So if you'd still like to stay in child's pose a little bit longer, please feel free to do so. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed that little flow and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye for now.